Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Little Miss Recap is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name's Amy.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello, girl. Are you so excited to be here?
No. No. Guys, I am like Robin at the tell-alls. I am again being held against my will recording this. Now, we do have 2 crossovers coming up that are going to be a lot of fun, and that will, I'm sure, reinvigorate me.
Yes.
But
actually 3.
3, yes.
3.
But I don't find this show interesting at all.
Okay. No one will ever make you watch another episode
am I
after
broken?
this is over. No, it's just not your thing.
It's not my thing. So we're recording this ahead of time. We recorded some Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and we were talking about how what I don't like about it is, to be fair, I didn't like this when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never had a ton of friends because I hated this kind of drama thing.
Right.
And I don't like it now as an adult.
I get it.
These people, like, they're acting like they're in middle school, like you said.
Yes, it's rich people middle school.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I don't I still like Heather Gay, but I understand we're not going to like her eventually. But I only like Heather and Whitney. The rest of them I do not care for at all.
No.
Like, and I find Jen absolutely repulsive.
Honestly, I was kind of like Team Meredith this episode because she's just like, I'm disengaging. Goodbye.
I'm done with this bullshit.
And I kind of feel that.
I do too. That I understand.
Yeah.
That part I understand for sure.
It's not compelling to me to just have a bunch of grown women screaming at each other.
I agree, because it's not compelling.
And maybe the show changes and shifts when Jen Shaw's gone.
TBD.
Like
Jen is just so gross.
Because the most compelling parts of this show for me are like when Whitney is talking about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like that whole storyline. Mary Cosby talking about her grandfather.
/ husband.
Like, and all that. Like, what happened? Right. Like, it's when we're
Heather talking about her business and like coming out as not Mormon and all of that. All of that's compelling, but listening to them scream at each other because I don't know why we're yelling at each other anymore.
So another thing, here's what drives me crazy.
Okay.
Why doesn't somebody just say, hey, Meredith and Lisa, did you tell Mary Cosby you were afraid of me?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says that.
No.
It's somehow become like there's a lot of logical fallacies being thrown around here because Whitney has become the straw man.
Whitney's the problem in Jen's world. And so she's just, I feel like all Jen does is get in Whitney's face and scream at her.
But like Mary Cosby should actually be the problem.
Yes.
Because she's the one who told Whitney this.
Supposedly.
Or did she not?
Who knows?
Like that's what is like this could be solved in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jen just needs to say, when she's with Meredith and Lisa at this dinner, did you guys tell Mary Cosby you're afraid of me?
Right. Is this true?
Yeah. And if it's not, then who's lying? Whitney or Mary?
Right. Someone's lying.
Because one of them's lying. But like Lisa even calls Mary later and doesn't say like, hey, why'd you tell Whitney I said this?
Mm-hmm.
It's bonkers to me.
It's bonkers to me too. And these are adult people.
Nobody can have direct communication.
Nope.
Okay, so let's do this. This can be a short one, I have a feeling.
Okay, let's go.
Because a lot of it is fighting.
It's just
and I'm not going to write down every word.
Right.
So this is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 1, Episode 12, Sinners in the City. A lot of Vegas stuff happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take me to Vegas.
Take me to Vegas. So Jen has her Shaw squad getting her ready. And she reminds me of Madeline the puppet from help me.
Mr. Rogers?
No. Solid Gold.
Oh,
have you ever looked this up? Yeah. Madeline the puppet.
Why did I say Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
I was thinking of that old lady with all the makeup.
Wayland Flowers and Madam. Yeah. She's the puppet. That's Jen Shaw, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm just looking at the photo.
Yeah, you got to look her up. Madam from Solid Gold or Wayland and Madam. You could look up. Mm-hmm. She has a Madam vibe to her.
That's the face I was thinking of.
Yes.
For some reason I was thinking of it Mr. Rogers, but that's exactly
there is a similar puppet in Mr. Rogers. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Jen has her Shaw Squad getting her ready, and they're going to go to the strip club later, apparently. Will Zach Affleck be there?
I hope not. Nothing good happens when he shows up.
So Whitney comes by Jen's room, and she comes by Heather's room, I think. Yeah. And she tells Heather that Lisa was driving so slow on the track that they were calling her school zone Barlow. And I thought that was pretty funny.
It's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Just the videos of Lisa just being like 3 lengths behind everybody else cracked me up.
And don't forget, guys, last episode when they were at the track, Whitney apologized to them, but we still didn't get clarification on whether or not they actually said it.
Yep.
So we still don't know.
We don't know.
So she tells Heather that she took accountability for the drama at Jen's party and she apologized. So in the tubs, she apologized to Jen. On the track, she apologized to Lisa Meredith. So this should be done.
We should be done, but no, we're not done.
Meredith and Lisa are having dinner. So they're downstairs waiting for Heather and Whitney to come down and Jen. And they're like, yeah, that was such a great talk with Whitney. Like clean slate. Yeah,
good.
I agree. It was great. Now upstairs, Heather says, okay, but you need to know that Jen is still not over this shit with you with the birthday party. And we get a flashback to Jen practically being held hostage in the tub, very meekly saying, yeah, I forgive you. Okay. So now we get to the dinner and Jen shows up and Meredith and Lisa are there and they tell her that Whitney apologized to them and they're like, yeah, she acknowledged her weaknesses. Like, we're good. We're good with her. Jen flips out.
Yeah.
She says there are still a lot of issues with Whitney. So Jen's whole, from what I can, again, I can't believe I have to talk about this on an 8th grade level.
Yeah.
But what I think Jen is upset about is that Whitney brought this up in a very inopportune time.
Yes.
I do agree with her.
Yes, it was not the time to do this.
No. However, Whitney is not responsible for Jen freaking out and throwing a glass and acting a fool. But everybody knows that's how Jen Shaw acts.
Right.
So Whitney should have known better, I guess. So Lisa says, I'm good with her. And Jen's like, how? She threw you under the bus with me. She just gets real wound up. Jen goes to 150.
All the time.
And Meredith says, Whitney says she did not lie. She was simply repeating what she was told. And I have here in capital letters. So did you say it to Mary or did you not?
Right. Just say it. Either way.
And then I wrote, I can't write all this out. Basically, Jen is still mad that this caused a lot of tension between her and Sharif. No, Jen, you caused a lot of tension between you and Sharif.
Your reaction, Jen, was the problem.
All she had to say was,
not now, Whitney.
Like Meredith, all she had to say was, I'm disengaging.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this here. Yep. So she's okay. Basically, Jen. So she's pissed that these two seem to be siding with Mary Cosby and Whitney. Meredith does the I'm disengaging. Goodbye.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have to talk to you about this. Goodbye. And Lisa tries to calm Jen down, and Lisa's chasing her all over this casino or hotel or wherever they are.
It's so ridiculous. These are adult people.
Yep. Meredith tells the camera, in my own childhood, I've been around a lot of arguing and volatility, you see. And her parents divorced, and she was always in the middle. And that was like one of the most human moments from Meredith.
Yes. Where she's like, I don't want to be here. I don't like this. This is too much for me. This
and
is
I would feel the same way.
Same.
So she says she gets triggered by conflict. And Jen says, so Meredith just stands up and walks away? Are you kidding me? She's just screaming the entire time.
Screaming like a lunatic.
This woman needs to be inpatient care.
This is so fucked up.
Heather comes in just as Jen is trying to leave, and Jen pushes Heather. Like hits her.
Yes.
And then she gets in Whitney's face very aggressively.
Jen scares me
when
she's like this.
Heather tries to defend Whitney, and Jen's bodyguard needs to get involved.
Why does she have a bodyguard?
Bodyguard?
Do you have a bodyguard?
This is so fucking stupid.
So ridiculous.
Okay. So now after this all, they leave the room. Whitney's confused because she says, I apologized. Jen accepted my apology. I don't understand what's going on here. Now Whitney decides she's going to further stir the pot, Amanda, and she's going to tell Lisa Barlow that Jen is talking shit about Meredith.
Yep. Stop. All of you
Whitney,
stop.
Also, Jen told Whitney she was talking. I just wrote, this is such a waste of my time in my brain. I think I just summarized Housewives.
Yeah, why don't you tell me how you really feel there, girl?
Jen, of course, has to call her emotional support partner, Sharif.
Of course.
Could you imagine getting those phone calls? Jesus
Oh my God.
Christ. So now we have this sit down, and I think it's in Whitney's room, maybe, or Meredith. It's in one of their rooms, minus Jen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how Jen is like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And same. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. She has crazy anger issues.
She really does. She's terrifying. She is so volatile.
She operates on the defense. Everything is an attack.
Mm-hmm.
She has such a core wound to her. I don't know what it is, but it is such a core wound.
Yeah, she is a really broken person.
We hear about her father, but we don't hear a lot about mom.
Wonder what's and her
going
father
on there.
just died a year ago.
Yeah.
So what does that all mean?
Sharif's been putting up with this for 20 years. Could you imagine?
Well, that's why he travels all the time.
Yeah, I don't blame him. So they're talking about Jen being crazy, and basically Jen has threatened to bury people in the pond behind her rented home.
Oh my God. Grow up.
Now we tell Meredith about Jen talking shit about her marriage, because we just need to amp everything up here. Meredith says, look, Seth and I have separated on and off for a very long time. At times, I've seen other people. Lisa tells the camera, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew nothing about this. This is my best friend. She never confided in me, and she never told me this.
Well, maybe she thought you would judge her, which is why she didn't tell you.
Maybe it's not your business.
Yeah, maybe that too.
So now they have to decide if they still want to be friends with Jen. And Heather says, I will be, because I believe she has redeemable qualities. And Heather tells the camera, I know what it's like to be cut out because you're not acting a certain way. No, this is different.
This is not that.
She is borderline abusive.
More than borderline. She is abusive.
Yeah. So like, this is very different than, oh, I'm sleeping with a couple guys and I'm being judged for that. And so you're going to ostracize me. This is like, she's threatening us to murder us. And we kind of believe she has it in her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not good.
Little Miss Recap will return in a moment. For ad-free episodes, visit littlemissrecap.com/support. Okay. Now we get Brooks calling Meredith. And Amanda, he's going through it.
He is going through it.
He's going through it because Teddy, Meredith's dog, shit in his closet. On his jacket. Montclair coat.
Do we know anything about this?
No, we immediately take to the Googles here. Montclair coat. Oh, okay. It's spelled Moncler.
Oh, yes.
And they're at least the cheapest one I'm seeing is $1,100. Yeah. So there you go.
I think this is the coat that they realized Robin Brown was wearing.
Oh.
Remember when she got tossed off the ATV?
Yeah.
And people realized she was wearing a Montclair coat that was like $1,000.
Really?
Yes.
I just find that that's better taste than Robin would have.
If I think I'm making that up.
They're very nice.
Yeah, they're nice looking.
If you get down to like the puffer jackets, they're really nice. Wow. I would never on earth spend that much money on a coat.
Yeah, it's...
I don't have it. B, I just wouldn't.
They're saying that it's a Canada Goose coat, which could be that too. Robin had plenty of money.
Riveting content for everybody.
Yes, there we go. Anyway.
Okay. So anyway, Meredith's dog shit on his $1,100 to $1,200
and she's just laughing about it.
Whitney says, this is the worst trip ever. It's worse than when I started my period on a water slide in the Bahamas.
And I had a lot of empathy for Whitney on that one.
So now we see Mary. Lisa calls her. Mary always seems like she's in outer space.
She does. I feel like she's drugged out all the time.
Yeah. She's walking around. She's like, oh, hey, Lisa. I just saw you called and my phone rang in my hand and I just picked it up and there you were, girl. How are you? It's like, did you call Mother God?
Oh, I miss Mother God.
So Lisa's like, girl, be glad you didn't come to Vegas.
It was a
nightmare. And I said, how about we say, hey, Mary, why did you say I'm afraid of Jen?
No, because no one will ever confront
Nope.
anybody in a sane way.
We talk around it and we talk about making peace with Whitney. Okay. Now, the girls get noticed that Jen has pieced off. Like fucked off. She's pieced out. She's gone.
Right.
I'm going home. And she leaves.
Oh, God.
But Heather's stuff is in Jen's room. So
Right.
Heather has to swing by. And of course, the Shaw squad is there. Okay.
17 people.
So Heather stops by and lo and behold, there's Madam the Puppet, Jen, sitting there on the bed. And she's got the little squad around her.
Right.
And she's fine now, Amanda. Because it turns out little baby just needed a nap.
Yeah, she was just tired.
Wow. She dismisses the squad. And then Jen is like, oh my God, thank God for the Shaw squad. This is why I roll with them. You roll with them because they're paid.
Right.
They're paid to roll with you.
Yes, that's why they are there. They're not there because they like you.
Dear
They're not
Jen
there out
Shaw,
of the kindness of their own
come
heart.
closer if you get this in prison. These people would never associate with you if they were not on your payroll. I see them. I see them. They see me. We see each other. The suffering in our eyes.
We all hate you.
Yes. So Jen says, I can't move forward. Now, this actually made sense to me. Jen tells the camera, I cannot move forward until I know if Whitney lied or if Meredith and Lisa actually said those things. Seems reasonable. So Heather's like, Jen, you are acting like a maniac and people are really pissed off. And Jen is like, nobody's owning anything. Who are my friends? Okay. Now we meet Kimberly Friedmutter. She is a hypnotist and she's like very credentialed.
Is she? You looked her up?
Yes. Okay. I was like, whoa. I mean, for as credentialed as a hypnotist, which
hypnotherapy is a real thing.
Hypnotherapy is a real thing.
Absolutely.
So she's very credentialed. She's like on the UCLA review board. Like she's credentialed.
Okay.
And she has a gorgeous home.
She does.
And maybe we need a BDF meetup there.
I don't know if we could afford it.
We can all go sit in that living room.
I don't know if we could afford it.
Which I called the pit. Just all go sit in the pit. So basically they relax and they're trying to zen out a little bit. And then Jen shows up late and it completely disrupts the flow. Jen tells the camera, I'm here to decide who my friends are and who my friends are not. Now they retreat to the pit of a living room. I had a sunken living room in one of the apartments I rented and we always called it the pit.
I've always wanted one of those, particularly after Don Draper's apartment. That just looks so cool.
Yeah, I had one. It was pretty cool. And it had a double-sided fireplace.
Oh, neat.
Separating the living room and the dining room. It was a really nice apartment. So although it was total 70s decor, the kitchen was all blue laminate.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
okay.
It was wild. So now they're trying to air this out. And Jen says, Whitney, why did you decide to bring this up at Sharif's party? And I wrote, now they're saying you're lying. I literally cannot keep this straight. Now Meredith calls her out about the marriage innuendos. And Jen says, I didn't talk about your marriage, Meredith. And Whitney's going, you're lying. Yes, you did. You're lying. Do we trust Whitney as a reliable narrator?
I trust her more than Jen.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So now they do this who trusts who game and no one trusts Jen, but Jen is the only one who doesn't trust Heather. And Heather tells the camera like, what the fuck?
What did I do?
I am often the Jen handler.
Right.
Like what has happened here? And Heather says to her, like, you're a shitty friend.
These people are so terrible to each other.
Oh, God. Jen tells the camera, and this is what she does. This is classic Madam the Puppet here. She's like, my reaction was big because it will always be big when it comes to my family.
Oh, God.
Nobody was attacking your family, dude.
Nobody.
What are you fucking talking about? This is the straw man argument.
Right.
Jen screams, and then the episode's over, and that's all I got. 19 minutes. Really? Like, I would have to write down every word they're screaming at each other.
Right. And that's boring.
This is so stupid.
This was a terrible episode of this show.
Yeah, it was bad.
This
and
was
next
really
week's
bad.
not much better.
Isn't it? You've watched it already?
Yeah, they just pick up right where they left off.
And
everybody's just screaming at each other.
And it's the finale, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got the 4 tell-alls. And we have guests for 3 of them.
I don't understand how you can make... No, there's 2 reunions.
Oh,
3
2.
reunions.
3. Okay. And we have guests for
because there's 13 episodes, 16 of the season.
Got it. Okay.
But my thing is, like, you can't... How are you making 3 episodes out of this?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because it's nothing. What are we fighting about?
Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys, that I'm not liking this.
It's not your fault. You just don't like it.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who love it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad people do.
And I'm really glad that somebody's finding their joy.
I am going to keep watching this because I do want to see Jen's demise.
I may have snuck ahead and watched that episode.
Okay.
Just the episode where they realize she's going to jail.
Okay.
And it's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into it, guys.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. You're not into it. Yeah. It happens.
We tried.
We absolutely tried. We gave it a good old college try.
I have to when I go against my gut, I regret it.
Mm-hmm.
And my gut knew I didn't like the Housewives, but this was my idea to try it.
Yes, it was.
I take full responsibility.
Yep. We thought we thought it would be enough Mormonism to like keep us engaged because we do enjoy that stuff. But no, they're just yelling at each other.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's no stakes.
No.
Like, these women are fine.
Yeah.
Again, like when we compared it to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, or slow-mo, as we call it. In slow-mo, you're seeing these young women try to get some power in these relationships. Mm-hmm. In this show, the women have power.
Yeah.
If you define money as power.
Yes.
Okay. And in Mormon culture, I think you do.
Yes. And perfection. Yes.
Yeah.
And they all have it.
They all have it. What are they doing with it?
Nothing.
They're
Nothing
wielding
good.
It against each other.
Mm-hmm. To be on a TV show.
Yeah. It's I would be interested in them building a house for Habitat for Humanity.
Can you imagine Jen Shaw with her little hammer and nails and her claws, claw nails and a nail?
I'm sure, and I don't want to judge these women. I'm sure many of them, not Jen Shaw, do things for good causes.
I'm sure.
Let's see that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Let's see how you are being a quote unquote good Mormon or whatever. Except for you, Heather, we don't want to put that on you.
Right.
But by, like taking care of your community. What are you doing?
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Nothing good.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't need to apologize, Amy.
Yeah. Well,
stop apologizing.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Hopefully it'll be better.
Okay. This might be our shortest episode ever.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Amanda, thank you.
Amy, thank you.
If you want to support the show and hear us talk about shit we're really passionate about, like Sister Wives.
Yeah.
Please join us on Patreon, Supercast, or Apple subscriptions. Just bing, hit that subscribe button and you'll be in.
That's right.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.